Hey everyone, welcome to Mad Backyard. Today we're going to show you how to smoke a whole turkey on a pellet grill. We're going to be smoking our turkey on our Pit Boss Pro Series 1150, but you can follow along this recipe using whatever pellet grill you have. We're going to show you how to dry brine overnight so you get crispy skin and juicy meat, then how we set up our pellet grill to smoke a turkey. We'll show you how to get even more smoke flavor using a small firebox, a few simple tricks to get your turkey perfect every time, and last but not least, how to carve the turkey for a beautiful presentation while maintaining the crispy skin. I wouldn't recommend buying the biggest turkey in the store. First of all, you want to be able to fit it on your pellet grill easily, but second of all, larger, older turkeys tend to have tougher meat than younger, smaller turkeys. You're also more likely to overcook the outside of a large turkey while waiting for the inside to finish cooking. Look for a turkey in the 12 to 15 pound range. Today we're smoking a 13-pound bird on our pellet grill. The night before you smoke the turkey, remove it from the packaging, remove the neck and giblet bags from the cavity, and give it a good rinse in the sink. Pat it dry with some paper towels very well inside and out. Place it in a large aluminum foil pan to start dry brining. Dry brining is one of the easiest methods to get juicy meat and crispy skin on your turkey. Sprinkle the outside of the turkey with kosher salt the night before. Then put the turkey on a V-shaped rack and put it back in the refrigerator. Overnight, the salt will work its way into the turkey. The skin will dry out to help it get crispier, but the salt that's worked its way into the meat will help the meat retain more juices while it's cooking on the smoker. The next day, remove the turkey from the refrigerator. The skin should look a little more dried out. This is a good thing. Now we're going to chop up some carrot, celery, onion, and apple to put in the water pan, along with some thyme so that we can flavor our drippings for a homemade gravy. We'll put a handful of these inside the turkey cavity too, but don't overstuff the turkey. You want airflow inside the cavity so that the hot air can help cook the turkey from the inside out as well as the outside in. Avoid cooking stuffings inside the turkey, as the turkey will overcook by the time the center of the stuffing is cooked through and safe to eat. We've already salted the turkey plenty with the overnight dry brine, so we're just going to add some chopped up thyme leaves and fresh cracked pepper on the outside. Turn on your pellet grill, let it run through the startup cycle, and set the temperature to 325 degrees. Today we're using some of these Bear Mountain Gourmet barbecue pellets to cook our turkey. Make sure to always keep your pellets in a good airtight storage container like this one. We particularly like this one from Oklahoma Joe's because of the mesh screen you can use to shake out the excess sawdust before you load your pellets. I'll put a link to it down in the description. Make sure to check out our video on how to get more smoke from your pellet grill to learn why pellet storage is so important. We're also going to light up our Flip Pro smoke box with some chunks of apple wood for extra smoke flavor. We made another video showing you how to do this step by step and why it's such an easy way to get more real wood smoke flavor on a pellet grill. I'll put a link to that video and to the smoke box down in the description. Once the pellet grill is up to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, go ahead and put the turkey on with the smoke box next to it, but away from the temperature probe so that it doesn't affect the temperature reading of your pellet grill. Pour a little bit of water into the drip pan. This will help diffuse the direct heat from below to cook the turkey more evenly and keep any drippings from burning in the pan. Close the lid and let the turkey start smoking. We like to rotate every 30 to 45 minutes just to make sure all parts of the turkey are cooking evenly. Place a temperature probe into the turkey to monitor its progress. The best way is to insert it from the back end of one of the breasts. Don't accidentally place the probe into the cavity of the bird, and push the probe about halfway down the length of the center of the breast. You'll need to spot check multiple areas with an instant read thermometer as the turkey gets closer to finishing, but this will at least give you an idea of where the temperature is while it's cooking. Turkey's been on our pellet grill for about 2 hours now. We're still running at 325 degrees. I put an internal temperature probe in the breast and we're up to 134 in the deepest part of the breast, which is the white meat right there. So we're gonna take a look at it. I rotated it back again, and you can see our skin is getting nice and crispy here. We haven't basted or brushed or done butter or anything like that. That dry brine just is really helping it get nice and firm and crispy on the outside here. We're probably gonna come out and just wrap the ends of the legs in foil and the tips of the wings in foil because these are the most likely areas to burn on us as we move forward here. Just tear a couple small pieces of aluminum foil. You don't need a lot. If you've got your nitro gloves with the cloth liners underneath it makes it a lot easier to work around the turkey without burning your fingertips. Now that we've got these wrapped and protected, we're gonna turn the temperature up on our pellet grill a little bit. While the skin is staying nice and dry and crispy, we want the fat underneath the skin to really render out so that we can bite through it and it doesn't stay tough at all. So I'm gonna turn the temperature up on our pellet grill now up to 375. It's gonna take a little while to come up there, but we're gonna leave it right there. and let the turkey finish cooking there. That's going to brown the skin up a little more too, and just really help render out the rest of that fat before the turkey finishes cooking. We hope you're enjoying this video so far. If so, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Did you know that 90% of our recipes aren't on YouTube yet? If you haven't checked out our website at madbackyard.com yet, you're missing out. You'll find tons of pellet grill recipes, including some great side dishes that you can make alongside your smoked turkey. Make sure to check out our smoked sweet potatoes, smoked cornbread, and smoked green beans, all of which go great with turkey. And don't forget to join our newsletter. You can get all my favorite recipes and barbecue tips straight to your inbox. I'll put a link to sign up down in the description below. Make sure you're using a good instant read thermometer like this one from ThermoPro. I want to check multiple spots on the breast. Make sure it's gotten up to at least 160 before you remove it so that it rises the rest of the way up to 165, which is our final safe temperature to eat turkey. And then check multiple spots in the thigh. That's the area down here under the leg. That needs to get up to about 175, so 170 before you remove it is fine. Ideally, the turkey would just cook evenly all the way around, but unfortunately that's not always the case, especially on a pellet grill. If you find that the skin is getting too dark or looking like it's about to burn, you can take a piece of aluminum foil and put it over the top. This will slow down the browning of the turkey skin while it continues to cook. Also, we started the turkey in the water pan so that it would have nice, even, indirect heat. But if you find that the breast meat is cooking faster than the thigh meat, you can take it out of the water pan. By putting the V-rack directly on the grill grates, you'll get more direct heat to the thighs and they should start cooking a little faster. Don't carve into the turkey just yet. You want to let it rest for at least 30 to 45 minutes before you carve. If you carve it too soon, you'll end up losing a lot of the juices from the turkey. So use this time to maybe put a gravy together or get your side dishes ready. After the turkey's rested, get everything you're going to need to carve your turkey. You'll need a good cutting board, a serving platter to transfer the meat to, and a good sharp knife for carving. You also want a good meat slicing knife like this one from Marico that we use when we slice up the breast. The easiest way to get started is to remove the leg and the thigh from the turkey. You're going to pull the leg back and with your chef's knife kind of come down this natural joint here. And you're going to slowly start to pull. If you've let it rest, it should come away pretty easily. You're going to pull the leg and the thigh away from the breast. And just keep working your knife down in there and pull apart. And then work your knife and then pull apart. And you'll get to where there's a little joint still attached and just gently kind of pull it away from the joint. And you've got your thigh meat and your leg meat. We're going to repeat on the other side. Next, we're going to remove the wings. Just going to come down along this same joint here and slowly pull the wing away. And you're just looking for that natural joint where it meets the breast and just kind of slowly pull away. And if it's not coming, just take your knife and kind of work it in that same crease a little more. Pull away. Work your knife in that same joint and crease until you've removed the nut, until you've removed the wing. Now you've just got the breast meat left on the turkey. We're going to carve it pretty much the same way we did in our smoked turkey breast video. There's a bone running down the middle. We're going to run our knife just to the side of that bone to do one side and remove it, and then we're going to come over on the other side and remove that one, and then we're going to slice them into individual servings. So if you look on the back, you can see how it kind of branches off each way. This is where the wishbone is. Now if you just cut straight back, eventually you're going to hit that bone and it's going to be hard to cut through it. So you want to come back and then almost turn your knife to follow the bone. That way the breast will more easily remove from the turkey. Here's one side, and then we're going to go and do the exact same thing on the other side. And here's our other turkey breast. Now, if there's still a little bit of meat left on the turkey carcass after you take everything off, that's fine. Just go ahead and take it off and we can add it in with the rest later. There's a little bit of skin here too that I'm gonna add later. We missed a little bit of the breast meat on the back end of the turkey, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off. And we'll have that, and we'll go back and get the other side. There's a little piece here. Just make sure you're getting everything you might have missed on the first go through. For the most part, you should have pretty much all the meat from the turkey at that point. You can save this to make a turkey stock or turkey soup. We've got a recipe for turkey soup on our website you can check out at madbackyard.com. So we're gonna start with one of the thighs, and we're gonna separate the leg from the thigh. So the easiest way to do this is if you turn it over, it's a little easier to see. Once again, we're just gonna be slowly working our knife between the joint and pulling away just to kind of let it show us where to go. Okay, so you cut a little, pull a little, cut a little, pull a little. It'll kind of expose where the joint is. You'll be able to start to feel. Separate our leg from the thigh. Now the thigh has a bone running right through the middle, so we're going to kind of work our knife underneath it, kind of remove some of that meat from the bone. Now we're going to take our meat slicing knife and just kind of go through the thigh here. Okay, and there's our thigh meat, and we'll transfer it back to the serving platter. And the breast meat's pretty easy because there's no more bones to remove. We're just going to take one. And again, on this, you can see that the grain of the meat runs this way. So we want to slice this way against the grain, trying to keep the skin intact. And I like to keep the pieces fairly thick. I find that they don't dry out as fast that way. And that way everyone gets a nice, good, thick piece of meat. So we're going to go ahead and start on this side. Good meat slicing knife makes all the difference. Put that back on our platter. And I'll do the other one. And you can see now everybody gets a nice, big, thick, juicy piece of turkey with a little bit of skin. And they get everything from the outside where all the smoke flavor is to the inside. It's nice and tender. For the wings, some people save them for turkey stock, turkey soup. Some people eat them. You're going to take your knife, and again, we're just separating the joints here, pulling apart, and then working our knife down. Okay. Separate them, and you have like a little mini drumstick there for whoever wants it, and a turkey wing as well. So we'll do that on both sides of the wings. So if you're worried that the turkey's gotten a little cold in all the time you've taken to carve it, there's nothing wrong with putting it back in an aluminum pan and putting it in the oven for a few minutes to get nice and hot before you serve your guests. Also, don't worry if your turkey finishes way before your guests arrive. You can put it in the same aluminum pan, put a little chicken stock in the pan, cover it with foil, put it in the oven at 170 degrees or on the warm setting, just so it's high enough above that 165 mark so it's food safe. And you can hold it in that oven for up to a few hours before you serve your guests, and it'll be nice and hot and juicy by the time they're ready to eat. Now, you may lose a little bit of the crispiness of your skin by doing this, but in my opinion, I'd rather serve hot, juicy turkey where the skin is a little less crispy than cold, dried out turkey with crispy skin. In fact, I actually do this on purpose now on Thanksgiving with our main turkey. The first year I was busy carving the turkey while all the guests arrived, and I was stressed out and trying to get everything on the plate. But ever since then, I've started holding the turkey in the oven for about an hour. By finishing it around 3 o'clock, the guests arrive at 4 o'clock on Thanksgiving. We start eating around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and the turkey's still nice and hot, sitting in the oven being held at 170 degrees for as long as I need it to. Let's go ahead and try the turkey and see how it came out. I'm gonna take a little bit of the white meat from the middle here of one of the breasts. Take a nice good slice. I'll cut a little bit off here. Give it a try. Good smoke flavor, nice and moist. The skin came out great. It's got a lot of those good classic Thanksgiving flavors. Now let's try a little bit of the dark meat. I'm a dark meat fan, and that is really good. You can find the step-by-step recipe that accompanies this video at madbackyard.com. I'll put a link to it, as well as links to all the products we use today, down in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching.